So I know we're kind of still in proto spooky season, essentially, but I kind of thought it'd be fun to talk about, and maybe I'll do this video again when it gets closer to Halloween, when we get to the October season. But I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about, the, what was I going to say? Like the memories we had in Halloween, because Halloween isn't just the same anymore, is it? When you're a kid, like, you have all these great memories and you have all these spectacular, you have all these wondrous things as a kid, and maybe you're just looking at it through a child's eyes. But for the most part, I think for most people, Halloween was something special for a lot of people. So this video is just going to be talking about my personal experiences with Halloween, and also kind of talk about also talk about how what was I gonna say? Just kind of talk about my experiences with Halloween. Sorry, I'm just I'm I'm a bit distracted. So I'm just gonna go down memory lane, and I'm always excited in the comments below to hear what you guys have to say about your experiences with Halloween. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So let's talk about it. So the big thing is that I first and foremost want to talk about was it was fun putting on costumes for me. It was fun to be, other characters. And sometimes I would become a little method actor. I think the costumes I had were of an alligator, and of I had a costume of what was I going to say? I think I'll tell you what, I had some pretty interesting costumes. I was Goliath one year for Halloween, Goliath from Gargoyles. I was also so there was an alien. I think that was my last year, was being an alien. No, it was my second to last one. I'll tell you what my last costume was, because I'll never forget it. I was a volcano. Let me repeat that again. I was a volcano. Yep. I was 100% a volcano for Halloween. And I have to be honest, it was something. It was quite the trip to dress as a volcano. And I think it was because I don't even know why I wanted to do it. I don't know why I remember we were reading a book in when I was in elementary school about Mount St. Helens, and it just made me go, I want to be a volcano. So my mom, God bless her, made this whole costume with I had a little thing on my head that showed the exploding rocks, and also a whole tube. I was a volcano. Yes, I don't yeah. This is what we're working with here. So a lot of the costumes I had kind of represented me. Although I always wanted to be a werewolf. I always wanted to dress as a werewolf. That was always one. But if you wanted to dress at Halloween at school, it had to be something pertaining to a book. And I'd always say, but the Werewolf of Fever Swamp from Goosebumps. But no one took that. No one wanted me to have any fun, apparently. But I could dress as a volcano, apparently. Anyway, so among a lot of the memories I have for Halloween are my grandfather would take us and my cousins, my siblings and my cousins, off to look at Halloween lights. We would literally drive around and look at Halloween Halloween lights, and some of them, and they still do this. If you tune to a certain radio station, it would start playing Halloween songs, and it would correspond with the lights. I know they still do that, but that was something that was always a thing for me. So we had that going on. We basically also had trick or treating was also a lot of fun. a lot of the neighborhoods I would go to were very, they were very kids. Like a lot of them had kids already, and everyone knew each other in those neighborhoods for the most part. Didn't mean anyone liked if they liked each other, but yeah. There's also one house every year that would just be like, no trick-or-treating, no candy, go away, you know, Christ is king and all that. And if you're wondering, yes, that house did get egged a lot and TP'd a lot. If you're wondering, yeah. You want to make enemies of everyone in the around the block? There you go. So there was that. Like there was that going on, and the Halloween specials, like AMC when it was early Monster Fest was a baller. Like, do you guys remember when AMC before it was Fright Fest, it was Monster Fest? How good everything was. That was actually my first experience of the Universal Monsters. Actually, was seeing those, and also, and I've managed to locate it on YouTube, just out of curiosity. Every year, whenever we'd come home from like seeing the Halloween lights, going back to my grandfather real quick, my grandparents would put on this thing called Disney's Halloween Treat, and it's like a compilation of like all these scary cartoons. It had the magic mirror talking to you, that old VHS, and I actually found it on YouTube. So I make it an effort to like watch it around the Halloween season just to get that kind of nostalgia factor going. I also like there's also another Disney cartoon called, it's a Donald Duck one. I think it's called Trick or Treat for Halloween. That one's always fun. The song is very catchy. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Yeah, that one's a really fun one. I'm making an effort to try to watch that one every Halloween season. And if anyone remembers, if I remember right, and maybe I just made it up in my head, wasn't there a Disney Channel movie about some kids who found the Frankenstein monster and tried to resurrect him the whole movie, and then it never works, and then at the end credits it's like, oh, they woke up the monster? Was that a thing? Was that an actual thing they did? Because I feel like I made that up in my head. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. So, yeah. I genuinely don't know if that was actually like a thing. Among other things, there was also like, y'all remember like when Halloween came around, like the Burger King, especially Burger King. Like I never liked the trick or treat buckets from McDonald's. I know everyone's like, oh, trick or treat buckets, they're so nostalgia. I'm like, it's just a bucket, and it's gonna get thrown away by the end of the year, by the end of like the day after. No, Burger King had the best Halloween toys. They had the Simpsons Halloween Treehouse of Horror, and they did Universal Monsters. They basically went all out, and I was always like, I want to go to Burger King for during the October season, because that's where the real cool toys were. But yeah, so Halloween just hit different as a kid. It really did. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what are some of your memories of Halloween? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.